But he's the best kind of crazy. He's the driven crazy. He's the kind of crazy he says, you have this goal, I'm going to help you reach that no matter what. Now this is before the B.E.S.T organization and all the help. Staples was best for me.
And Billy Staples does a great job, as well as Judy. It gives back to the kids and the scholarships to the kids who really need it. As athletes, that's what we try to do after our career is over, is to give back to the kids.
Linny is one of the most loving, caring people I know. She has a heart for young kids and helping them get beyond where they are. Thank you. I'm forever grateful. You changed the path of my life.
Now it's the reason why we're all here, like Billy said, is this group.
You think she loves her job, folks?
They wouldn't always have a chance to go to school or even have a chance at anything. The kids are just looking for a chance at life, and this is a great group that has raised funds to help these kids achieve their dreams.
What made you come out here tonight?
The kids, always the kids, you know.
Now we're bringing up the very first donor in my life, Kitty. She was my Linny. All of this that is here tonight had to start somewhere. It started because a friend of my mother said, I will help. Why was it no big deal that, oh sure, I'll lend him thousands of dollars to go to college? She said because she liked me. I'm standing here at the B.E.S.T banquet, and we have 52 kids that are receiving scholarships.
Let's do it every year.
These kids have to have dreams. Keep those dreams and go for it.
Walter Henry, who this town will not forget, went out to pick up supper for his mom and his pops. And on the way home, he hit the brakes in front of Just Born Candy Company and his car slid. We lost Walter. He wrote this whole story about taking food, shelter, clothing, your parents, all of this. And when he gets a chance, he'd like to give back by donating his organs. Today, there is a person in our community with Walter's heart, and his eyes, and his kidneys. Separately, our group of students and teachers raised money to pay for Walter's funeral. That first burial of a student led to, I figured out I could raise money, and we now raise money for college. Everything has to have a start.
We had this program called Cards for Kids. If you do well, good attendance, good grades, things like that, you would get an autographed baseball card. It was something that represented our hard work. I'd like to tell you a story of this kid called Ronald. He was involved in some bad things. Unfortunately, Ronald's story does not have a happy ending. He passed away in a car accident. This happened years after Ronald was even in Stapes' class. Ronald's mother asked Stapes to give the eulogy at Ronald's funeral. So when he went to visit Ronald's mother, he went into Ronald's room, and above his bed were those cards. Those cards meant the world to him because he earned them.
So I'd like to share with you my story about Mr. Lunsford.
John Lunsford became an amazing friend.
Mr. Lunsford really loved this organization and loved his students, and that's why he did what he did.
The things that John Lunsford did for me in our time in B will never go unmentioned.
We're all family.
We lost John Lunsford tragically 10 days ago.
I just wanted to let everybody here tonight know how great of a man and how big of a heart that a total stranger wouldn't have.
Greg, will you please come on up here and accept the first Donors Award in John Lunsford's name?
Mr. Lunsford, this is for you.
I miss you, John. Katie Rivera was a little girl. In less than 10 days, the man found the town, took out a gun, put it to one of her family members' head in front of all the police. There was a local policeman that was part of that day. She called this police officer her hero. All he did was leave his wife and 2 kids shortly after our banquet last year and go on a call. Her hero went to a house and paid for it with his life. We no longer have him, but we have him in spirit. Our board of directors have decided to rename Officer Lasso Scholarship.
My name is Joe Lasso. My brother Robert A. Lasso, Freemanburg police officer who was killed last year in the line of duty, August 11, 2011. Everyone who knew him loved him and respected him. And if my brother were here today, he would be a great advocate of supporting someone and their goals. Thank you.
Robert would love to know that young people pursuing a career in criminal justice will be getting financial help to make their dream come true. Having a scholarship named in his honor is great because his legacy of helping others will live on with this.
We're hanging out here at the B.E.S.T function. Great time, fundraiser for everybody. Congratulations to Billy and all of his future success.
He He is a 4-year bachelor degree ESU criminal justice psychology graduate. Edwin Leon.
I've never grown to have such love for someone in such a short amount of time. This Helen policy. The number one person I am grateful for my metamorphosis is my mom. I have my big brother Victor. I'm so very thankful to have him in my life. The famous Billy Staples himself, Judy Tierney, and Linny Fowler.
He's the greatest man I've ever known. He's always been there for everyone. Anything that anyone has ever asked.
The very first graduate ever. I think he's like in his 30s now. He's old.
We don't say old, we say classic.
The gifts I received from Staples is the importance and ability to dream, get an education, and to always have hope.
One of the first donors to the B.E.S.T organization. Please come up here, Franklin.
What y'all are doing here at B.E.S.T is a wonderful thing.
Bob, will you please come down here, center stage here, and accept the first donor award. Bob Johnson has not given hundreds. Bob Johnson, out of the small business, has given thousands. The final first donor award. Wow. I'm glad that she's the president of B.E.S.T. Ms. Linny Fowler.
Over 12 graduates later, and with 50 college students currently in the program, it is clear that the work that this group does is something that deserves our support.
Our teacher of the year, Joe Pizzino. That's 40 years of driving us all home, paying for our lunches, and listening to our lies about our homework. There is the Cohen family, who has given over 100, 200, 300, over $500,000, over $750,000 to local kids. This casino someday said will be big enough to fill that whole concert hall. Let it be known. Bye-bye now.